Let's see who our opponent is. It's 1229, Woody. Let's see, Heat Crash has a small chance to Oko me. I could go Lottie easily. I don't want to get T-waved, though. I'm just going to Ice Beam then, I think. Because I should be able to live his Heat Crash. Cannot freeze in the sun. He does go for the SD. I think I can go Lottie now. Because I actually can sort of predict him at this point. To go for the Heavy Slam or the Heat Crash or basically anything that wouldn't KO Lottie. And then I can just KO him here with Psychic, unless if he wants to Dino, which would be great because I can KO him easily with him on in the back. Unfortunate that he does get out the Stone Edge rather than the Heat Crash. I was half predicting. We can start a timer. Oh, I didn't say good luck, have fun. It's too late. This thing, I feel like just wants to set up on me or just attack. No, I probably set up. I feel like I can actually stall his Life Orb hits with Sceptile, so I could even go Reggie, just not to, or I could go Colossal. How much does Colossal take? Because I kind of want to just get up rocks with it. Colossal Focus Blast. Yeah, I kind of don't want to get hit by a +1 Focus Blast and go down. I guess I can just go into my special tank, Reggie. Just throw off an Ice Beam. Because I can Life Orb stall him with Sub-Sceptile. If I have to. If I don't want to miss with Chinchino. Or if... Yeah, because I was kind of half predicting that Focus Blast to be part of the set. It actually does say it could get it like 82% of the time. Does he go for that again? I hope he goes for it and misses. I'm not really going to predict around that, I don't think. Because it's actually only like a 50-50 or something to hit 2 Focus Blasts. I could just go Chinchino now. How much do you do, Chinchino? Knockoff always KOs, so I can just do that, especially because I'm not going to be locked in with anything. And knockoff is probably pretty strong against whatever he thinks he wants to switch in. Unless if it's a steel type. Steel types are kind of the worst thing for Chinchino. Sometimes ghost types when I don't have knock or if I'm banded. Although ghost types are usually pretty frail, except Cofagrigus. Chinchino kind of also stops him from going into a good Dynamax mon because I could always Dyna myself and go for a Life Orb Max Strike. Snorlax is not something I really like to see. I kind of feel like I just knock off into Tail Slaps, or even just go for Tail Slaps. He shouldn't be able to KO me if I knock him off first. Plus it gets rid of his Chesto if he is that. He is Choice Band, which I actually kind of expected. Because that would be a good move, because Double Edge would just like always KO me in theory. But now that I knocked him off, that's kind of bad because I can't like predict him, because he's this is kind of bad. Chinchino might go down here. But Snorlax, I feel, is kind of a problem anyway. A little bit. So maybe it's okay. Maybe I try to get the Flame Body here. Because I get at my rocks anyway. But then how do I take care of this Lax in the end? I could sub-stall him. I don't know. Colossal tends to not be super great offensively. I do not get the Flame Body. He probably KOs me with... Earthquake does not quite KO me, so I can actually get up rocks. and then a little bit of damage, and then hopefully Chinchino can land and finish him. So he has thick fat, so I'm just going to Stone Edge. Hopefully we land. How much does Chinchino do? Um, Unfortunately, I would have to go for the tail slap and miss and lose the game. How much can Lottie like recover stall this, sort of? Not really. I mean, barely. Possibly. I feel like he does slightly too much to Lottie for me to really do that. I'm going to use literally all my roosts. I feel like if Chinchino misses, though, then that might just be the plan. I have to go for the tail slap. I should have known. I could have just gone in DD, but I kind of don't want to reveal like even more of my team. How much exactly does Double Edge do again against Lottie? I'm running a bit out of time, which is kind of annoying. We'll just go Lottie. I already said that was the plan. If Chinchino misses and goes down. Plus, if I can get like any kind of setup, then it will prevent him from easily setting up on me with whatever he has in the back. So he does get that. Yeah, so this would be the time to call Mind. Because, yeah, he would need like the highest roll with Double Edge to actually take me out here. And then this is where I use up all my roosts, like I was saying. And kind of lose to a crit. Okay, so now might be the time to just throw off the Psychic. I kind of feel like it actually, yeah, I kind of feel like getting a little bit greedy here. Maybe. Maybe just one more roost and see what the damage roll is this time. Yeah, because I actually do recover a little bit. I actually recovered like 10 that turn or something. So in theory, I could come out really ahead if I don't get crit. Which I guess I'm kind of wanting. He's going for the double edges now. I think I can roost because like roost plus leftovers is like still doing that's like exactly tied with a max roll for double edge. So that's why I'm doing this basically, because if I don't get crit, because he already got lucky against me by dodging the tail slap, which would have just OHKO'd him and put me in a much better position. Actually, does it even make sense to roost here? It kind of doesn't, because he got like a min roll last time. I think I'm just gonna psychic now, because that's about as much as I can recover anyway. Wait, this thing can't do anything against me unless if it's no, it's not Zoroark because it didn't take rocks damage. I can just calm mind again. Don't know why I went into this. Unless if he just wants to spin. In that case, do I just go for psychic then? Because I feel like he just wants to spin and then swap out. But I want damage on this. I want a little damage on this thing, I think. Wait, let me. Yeah. So we do that first, and then we start calm minding on him. Yeah, I just wanted to put him low first because I was expecting like a spin and then a swap out into some demon that just destroys Lottie or something like that. Or maybe he just wanted to fish for a burn with this, and then if he did get it, then just like swap out or something. Or even just try to sack it and then go into something. But I wouldn't let him just sack it. I would just keep call minding to be more of an offensive threat against whatever he has left in the back. The thing is it's like I don't think that would be a good strategy anyway because I get off more call mines and I'm at a pretty full level of health. So there isn't really any mon in the game or extremely few mons that would be able to beat Lottie at that point if I just Dyna max it. I mean, there are some, but it's only like a small handful. So it's just statistically like not that probable. But actually, I should be taking into account again the rating of the opponent, the rating and the username. Like if it's a common name that I know, like sometimes they just haven't been playing in a while, but I already know that they were like top of the ladder before, but maybe if they just haven't played in a bit, their points just naturally decay. But then that's why it's good to know like so I gauge the level of opponent by both things. So this is a 1495. Um yeah, Draco, what the heck, even leftovers Draco just kills. I don't even have Scarf of Simeon. What is this? This thing like defeats my entire team. Why does this thing literally beat my entire team? I feel like I have to save Araquanid or something. I could just go Vespiquen because if he wants to just Draco, because he might be scared, then at least I can just roost stall him. Exactly. I feel like I have to roost this just to keep it healthy. Because I feel like he's just going to hard swap here. I mean, roost is a good play anyway. Because Vespiquen can definitely be a tank against certain teams. It can be a wall. And this is not one of those teams. Um, I could just go Passimian. Yeah, yeah, that's a good play, I think, because I feel like he really just head smashes here because it hits both of my mons. I like that he rock polish too, so he doesn't get off any damage, and then I can just KO him. The funny thing is if he even if he Dynamaxes, I have a chance to Oko if he doesn't go for the Steel Spike. Although that's what I would do, of course, if I did Dyna. So he goes into this. I feel like I have to. No, I have Mew in the back for this. So I could just go like Vespiquen to force his Dyna, essentially. I could even just get off damage with Passimian. I kind of feel like just forcing his Dynamax or forcing him to take a lot of damage by just going Vespiquen. Yeah, because even if he just Bravers, he's going to just take a lot of damage and not get any setup. He isn't set up though, he is... Is that banded? Life Orb does that much, so he is banded. In that case, do I even just go Mew? Because I can always outspeed this thing. Or do I just go Rayquaza and get some setup, but then just lose to Hydreigon? I could go Melmetal. I don't know. I guess Mew is more offensive. So I could just do that and go for a Swords Dance. I wonder if he even Dynas here. But I don't think he does enough if he does that. So I doubt it. He may just stay in. I don't know if he wants to go hard Hydreigon or just save it in case if my Mew gets really strong. He probably expects a D-Dance, but I'm the less common SD variant. At least I do have the Airstream. Oh, he actually just wants to preserve that and go Hydreigon. I SD, so I think he might Dynamax here. I think I beat his Dynamax though, so I think I'm actually going to Max Knuckle. Dynamax Max Knuckle, let's just do it. Oh, he is Scarf, which I think is bad for him because he won't two-shot and then I get off of that. Oh, I just KO him too. Because I was going to say, I almost hope that I didn't KO him there because then I would get off the Airstream. But yeah, that's to my point, is that I would have beat his Dynamax if I'm doing that much just to his base form. At least I am pretty full health and I am +3 attack. Oh, this Lanoon isn't doing anything. I'm just going to max Airstream on it in case if he wants to swap out. Yeah, because I kind of half predicted him just to Dyna even. Because he just goes down. Otherwise, um, what do I do? Do I just guard into close combat? I don't think he KOs me. Let me actually calc this. That does that much, so I can guard if I want. If I don't want to get hit by a max strike. Hmm. I kind of do need to damage this though anyway, because I don't want to get critted and lose. And I kind of feel like he just goes for the max darkness because now I get my speed up and then I can KO him with the close combat. And let's see how much he gets back. I should definitely KO with close combat, right? Let's see what the calc says. Yep, definitely KOs. I wonder if he just swaps out here. I don't know. I'm just gonna close combat. Because maybe he's also not remembering that Max Knuckle is a lot weaker than close combat. So that's what you want to do sometimes is just guard a turn just to get out of Dynamax form so you can do even more damage to them with a close combat instead of a Max Knuckle. I probably don't KO this. Yeah, no way actually. Maybe a crit, but how does he beat me with this Zapdos? He can't beat Rayquaza. He can't really beat my team. I think I just say it in Psychic Fangs. I kind of need Chip on this anyway. This is fine. Just gonna stay in so he doesn't get off an SD and then actually sweep me. Actually, Araquanid can get Rock Slided. I don't know. I can just go Melmetal just so I don't miss anything. What's the best play? I mean, he cannot KO either one. I don't know. I feel like Melmetal is better to beat whatever his last Mon could potentially be. So I'm just gonna stay in double Iron Bash to hit every type in the game if he wants to swap out. I don't think Superpower can KO me at all, even if he has it. Because Melmetal is like ridiculously defensively tanky. And then it can even just Dyna Earthquake to boost its SPDF. Is he really just going to close combat here? I kind of feel like Melmetal might be better than Passimian because I can always T-wave stuff. I think I'm just gonna go into the Passimian, which is, does this go down anyway to close combat? Yeah. I feel like the stronger play is just setting up with the Rayquaza here because he's banded. So I can just Dragon Dance. Do I just one-shot this Cram? Actually, I don't think it matters. Actually, never mind. I just one-shot it, so GG. Because even if I don't, I think I would still win. Because I think he would just lock himself into close combat against my Melmetal and whatnot. And then Araquanid would win. So we can try to grab another game. Uh-oh. Did I grab 2 games? Add game. Searching. I'm confused. Why won't it let me cancel this game? Okay. Because I actually just immediately found another game. Good luck, have fun. I am specs and I do likely go down just to high horsepower. So what's the move? I feel like he might even just want to SD. What's his rating again? 1445. I think it's just really hard for him to beat me though. I hate that I don't have any type of hazards on these mons that should have really good hazards. I don't want to just go down here though. Thank you. Um, this is kind of tough. I kind of don't even want to go Kingler because it's such a good offensive threat after just like 1 agility. This I feel is tough because I don't want to switch in on any of his other stuff. And this thing can also win with Calm Minds and whatnot if I can clear certain mons he has. Do I just go Dragalge because I don't like its speed tier as much? I feel like I can even just go into the Dragalge. Whoa, what is this? Very interesting play because I can just substall him now. We'll just go for a Sludge Wave just for the poison and so I land because it's doing about the same damage anyway once he's in Dynamax form. So I think this sort of works out for me. I can at least substall him. And then I can actually make him miss maybe. Because he's going to have to land a lot if he wants to break through all my subs. Or if he wants to close combat, then he's just going to be lowering his defenses. I kind of expect him, if he's making good plays, he probably even just throws off like high horsepowers just to break my sub. Actually, does that even break my sub? Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. He literally has to like go for Icicle Crash, which has a high chance of missing over this number, this many turns. Just like that. So if I can get off a Leech Seed, then he's really in trouble. But do I just Giga Drain just for the chips so I can finish him later? I'm going to get... This isn't even that greedy because it's just hitting 1 Leech Seed. Yeah, so now he's forced to switch out because that's so good for me because he has all these boosts, but he's forced to switch out now. He's... Oh, that's pretty bad for him. Well, I got lucky, a bit lucky there. But I mean, I think this thing was going to be put in range. It should have been put in range no matter what. Because again, he would have to hit so many Icicle Crashes just to beat this thing that it's actually in my favor. I think that because it's actually like less than a 50% chance that he would just land all of those to the point where I go down. And even if I was about to go down, I could sleep powder him and then my citrus berry should activate, so I can keep doing that indefinitely, in fact, as long as sleep powder doesn't miss. Gengar can just take this thing out, so I feel like I can just sleep powder and then go Gengar. Okay, he dodges one. The thing is, Gengar can always take this out, so that's why I'm okay with, because he has to sleep for 1 turn. Wait, I can just Life Orb stall him too, but is that really what I want to do? Let me double check. Gengar always OHKOs this. I could Life Orb stall him. Then I only have 4 subs left, so maybe I'll just try a sleep powder again. It might scare him anyway, maybe he wants to swap out. Because at least I have 2 chances to hit this sleep powder. And now I can just go hard Gengar. Shadow Ball. Maybe the better play was just staying in and clicking sub, because then I make sure this thing goes down and I'm not locked in with Gengar. Because he could have potentially swapped out there and then woken up later in the game. I mean, I kind of feel like I just prevent his SD just by going for Shadow Ball here. I feel like that's the move, even if I go down. Because I can still get set up here with Kingler. Or even this. Orbeetle might even be better, because he can't do much damage to Orbeetle. I kind of like Kingler though, because it's tough. He's not a Assault Vest, right? Shadow Ball 55 to 65. Yeah, so he's the SD set. So he won't have Draco Meteor because he's not a Assault Vest. So I could go Kingler. I feel like this Orbeetle though gets like such good setup against it that I think Kingler is a bit more offensive, but this thing, like, it may just take no damage here because he might just want to SD. He might go for Stone Edge Miss. He might just have Fire Fang, which is super weak. He might just start outraging, and then I can just easily recover stall him. Plus, this also outspeeds Garchomp anyway. Yeah, so if he wants to go for that, I feel like I just make the safe play and don't get crit, because my plan was to basically force him maybe just to SD like here, so then I actually just don't take any damage and I KO him. Because if he wants to keep clicking Outrage, he's just going to eventually miss, or Stone Edge, he's just going to eventually miss just like that. I feel like why not go for another Calm Mind? Because I haven't taken any damage yet. I feel like I can keep doing this so I can beat his last mons. Because now he's forced to hit all these Stone Edges and probably crit me. He might be Scarf. I kind of want to just Dyna here at this point. If he predicts me, I mean, if he predicts me, then good play. I want to just get up Terrain now, in case if he has a Sucker Punch in the back. He might be really smart and double here into a Dark type, but I kind of want to see that play, so I'm just going to go for the Mindstorm. Because I was kind of expecting like a Scarf Knock or Icicle Crash or something to come out and just flinch me a million times. This thing can't do anything to me. I could Mindstorm predicting whatever he has in the back. Because I can set up on this thing for free. So I'm thinking maybe the better play is just to let it stay in. He can't do anything to me. Uh, he can't do anything to me because the terrain is up, so he doesn't get his ability. Or his moves won't work, I mean. Well, actually, yeah, it is his ability. His ability won't work in the terrain. The only move he could go for there is the, okay, GG, is the stored power. So that's the funny thing about Comfey is, because it can max Mindstorm itself, but then it kind of wrecks itself once it comes out of Dynaform, because then it can't use any of its moves. Yeah, so we can even see what the ladder looks like. So we can go down Gen 8 random battle. I don't know, just something to do in between games. It looks like ODR and Renjaru are pretty high up there right now. There's a Poom ZZKR. Um, yeah, I think I'm pretty familiar with all these names, pretty common names. I've seen a lot here. I guess Scyther has been playing a few games lately then. Big J Reed. So I just go down almost certainly to the energy ball. I could just predict that and sap zipper him, which also works for the stun spore. I kind of want to just get up screens and then go for a game with like Blaziken or Zekrom or something. Do I even want to SD here? This thing is so annoying with stun sport cheese. He isn't doing much to me though. Maybe I do just SD because yeah, he might just have a good swap in that I can't predict at this point. I could just Dyna here and do a ton of damage. Wait, can this thing even do anything to me? He can do a little bit to me. I can SD one more time. Am I just gonna play this game really funny and just go for Dyna here? Just to not miss? Maybe I am. YOLO. Let's do it. He actually goes down to a regular Mega Horn, which makes me want to... I mean, it's a good play by me anyway because I saved my Dynamax. Let's just do it. Let's just go for the Mega Horn and not miss because that 100% Okos. And then I get even more advantage if I do land. He shouldn't be playing around me just missing everything anyway. I feel like he might even just T-Wave. He could Bolt Beak, which I live. I kind of feel like I just want to thin his team down at this point. I live Bolt Beak. He might just go for that. If he T-Waves me, what do I want to do exactly? I feel like he's going to Bolt Beak. I'm just going to Quake then. Yeah, I'm just going to Quake. Good play by him if he... I kind of doubt he goes for... Dang it, he does go for the T-Wave, LOL. Do I get massively punished? The thing is I'm still like super high health, and I just boosted my special defense. So I was kind of comfortable doing this anyway. I feel like he's trying to bait me or something, so I'm just going to go for the max strike. Yeah, because I can probably just really thin his team down now. Guess we'll just max strike again, in case if he wants to Dyna. This actually would just Oko his Dyna too. I don't want to miss, so I'm just going to head charge. Although he isn't doing very much to me. But yeah, I was kind of expecting I'm going to just get paralyzed a lot and lose that way. So I kind of just want to take another Mon down before I go down and get fully paralyzed a million times. I wonder if he's... I feel like he just attacks and hopefully I live, which I do. As long as I don't get fully paralyzed, he goes down. And this is perfect timing too because I can just get up a Veil to deal with whatever he wants to do. I kind of feel like he has to hard Dyna here. I can predict that and just swap out because I get Hail Chip plus Ice Shard will KO him in the end. So I can just go into Zekrom forces. Well, no, because he could have Earthquake. It doesn't force him to Outrage. We'll just Outrage here. Because the thing is I should be able, even if he predicts me there, I should be able to win in the end. I'm thinking. So Gastrodon is what forces him to. I feel like the move is to go Gastrodon, just to force him not to get Quakes up. So he's going to KO this Victini. Or maybe I should sack Blaziken first, because Victini can maybe live like a dual wing beat, maybe an outrage, but he's getting plus too much attack. I sort of feel like is this thing like I feel like he's not the Airstream set, which is why he D-dance first potentially. He could have just been trying to predict at this point though. He's taking all of this Hail Chip. He does have the Airstream. Because the thing is I don't want him to get a roost off on any turn. So I'm basically just playing like around that. He gets one more turn of Hail Chip. The thing is, yeah, Hail is kind of annoying like that because I can't just reset it now or anything. Plus he doesn't take damage on this turn of Hail. So that's kind of just super annoying how that works. Maybe what I wasn't taking into account was like, I guess I have one more play. Wait, does he not have? Yeah, he does have the Wind. I think what I maybe wasn't taking into account is that he doesn't take like any damage at all from the hail, which is annoying. Yeah, there's nothing to do here basically except to hope that he doesn't get the like multiple turn outrage. The thing is I feel like where my play is decent. Yeah, I don't know because because if he just predicted me the first turn, because it wasn't that just a prediction game, because he could have just predicted me the first turn and just gone for the max, like hard max Airstream. So I kind of feel like that was just a whole prediction game with his last Mon there, right? Because he would have just won anyway if he just hard Dynamax turn one, which was, in my opinion, maybe even more likely than him going for a D-Dance. Good luck, have fun. I feel like this thing can win, but it can also just beat this Mon, so I'm just going to fire off a CC. Because I don't want him to set up and beat my whole team. Um, could just go with Emolga easily here, I guess. Get off a Toxic on something. Let's see, he doesn't KO me at all. So I can just roost. I am slower. I can just roost a couple times just to stall him a little bit. Kind of feel like he wants to bring in like Haxorus now or something. What rating? 1492, so I don't really know how he's going to play. I feel like he wants to bring in like a Haxorus or something. Could just go Roserade to slightly deter him. Because at least I can hit him a little bit with like a Sludge Bomb. He is Scarf. Just because Roserade is more offensive, that's why I wanted to go into that against the Haxorus. It's more offensive than the Emolga. But he is just Scarf. Do I just go down and Dynamax this Buzzwole? LOL. Dragon Dance this. Go this. Emolga's looking pretty good. I kind of feel like I just stay in for now. He is still locked in. You know what? I guess we're going to make the funny play and just go for it. Yeah, we're going to make a funny play. And see what happens here. There we go. GG. So, guess it'll say what our rating is here. 1556. Yeah, because I kind of just didn't want another one of my mons to get smacked up by that outrage. And didn't want to reveal more of my team. And instead of doing that, I kind of wanted just to get my speed and attack up so I could do really big damage to his team. I did sort of have answers anyway to all of his mons that I had already seen at that point. Good luck, have fun. You too, TY. Mr. Garrett. Let's see. I kind of feel like I go for 2 Calm Minds, maybe. I feel like he may just Nasty Plot here, and then Nasty Plot again, and then maybe I'm in trouble. I can Calm Mind again just to match his Nasty Plot, and then I could even Dyna if I feel like it. Yeah, I kind of thought this might happen. If he Dynas... Do I go for another Calm Mind? I kind of don't want to deal with this. Let me think here. Drift Blim, Noctowl. Maybe I just have to calc it. So he's +4. I am +2, +2. Dynamax. Does not necessarily KO him. I could Calm Mind again, get to +3. Airstream does like 70, then it'll do even less. I think I Calm Mind it once more in that case, just one more time. He might Dyna here. Yep. Because I get Citrus Berry. Because he doesn't do quite enough. And then I get Citrus Berry, so I'm fast. And then I can 2-shot him with my own Dyna. As long as he doesn't crit me. I'm still faster. He only has 2 Airstreams, so I can Max Lightning again. He probably guards. Maybe he doesn't remember that I'm faster. Excellent. Nice and calculated, and we can start the timer. Yeah, because I wasn't in any danger there as long as he didn't get a critical hit. can just Phantasm, I guess. He might just be sturdy, though. Luckily, he wasn't. How much does he do to me? Moonblast won't take me out, so I kind of feel like avoiding that many paralysis turns and just going for Shadow Ball here. Kind of feel like the play is, I don't think he is T-Wave or else he would have gone for it. I kind of feel like just Strength Sapping here to get back a ton of health. Actually, never mind, that wasn't a ton of health at all. I don't know why that gave me like nothing at all. I could just T-Bolt here to try to catch him off guard, maybe. T-Bolt, oh boy, this thing probably can paralyze me. In that case, how much do I get back from Strength Sap? How much attack is this thing? This thing has like no attack whatsoever. Maybe I'll just T-Bolt. Yeah, because either I could get a high roll or a crit. And then this thing. Now this would be a good mon to Strength Sap because I have a low chance to KO this. And Strength Sap will get me back really high against this. Maybe just one more Strength Sap. We'll see if he just goes for Toxic at this point. Yep. In that case, let's just fire off a T-Bolt. Has a small chance to KO. 18.8% chance to OHKO. I mean, all I have to really focus on now is what I want to do the next turn to not lose the game. Do I actually want to go down just so I can set something up right now? I kind of feel like just going hard Obstagoon just so I have really good setup against whatever he wants to do. My team doesn't really respond that well. I want to do that. Just go hard Obstagoon. Just so, because Obstagoon is tough to beat, and I can knock off her Facade, whatever he has in the back. Do I go down to Leech Life? Oh wait, his attack is heck of low. I'm just going to set up one, just so I can really force him to... I feel like whatever he has in the back isn't going to do enough to a +1 Obstagoon. Nope. GG. Yeah, that was one thing I didn't really like about my Mons against whatever his last one could potentially be, because I had Mons that were like either weak or that had a lot of inaccurate moves or that were slow. You know what you, yeah, yeah. So there are certain Mons you just do not want against a blind last Mon by the opponent, because he could have some setup Mons that could just reverse sweep me. But I think Obstagoon was the best choice there, because there aren't many Mons that can set up against Obstagoon. And at that point, he's probably just really scared to switch in his last Mon, so I could just get off multiple bulk ups even, so then he really can't set up with anything at all in the game. Yeah, it's taking a while to get a game. Oh, never mind. Yuki Fan 1, I've heard that before. Good luck, have fun. I've heard this username before. What's their rating? 1469. This one is a problem to my team, kind of. I could just start getting up spikes, though, because I half feel like he doesn't want to stay in, because I have Play Rough and T-Wave. Um, I want to get off a T-Wave against this at some point anyway, so I guess I'll just go for that now. Yeah, exactly, because I might just miss one, miss two, miss a million, so I just want to get one off. At this point, though, I'm pretty upset that I didn't hit that one, so do I just get up my spikes? Because I could have gotten up so many spikes by now. At this point, he doesn't have enough rain turns in theory to beat through my team, I don't think. So I think I just want to get up another layer of spikes. I really wish I hit that first one because then he has a chance at being paralyzed, and then I could get up multiple. I could get up all of my spikes at that point, plus have him paralyzed. So it's just like so bad that I missed that first T wave because he doesn't have enough rain turns to beat my Indeedee. But I have to like go Malamar now, unless if I want to play games with Shedinja. He probably does too much to me. Oh well, nothing to do now. I really wanted to prioritize just getting up spikes so that I can just sweep him with my actual threats. That's kind of the game plan, so I don't really care that my mons are going down at this point. Because now I can start being offensive. Who do I want to go into? Not sure what the best mon is to go into. Indeedee or Mienshao. I can just hyper voice here, maybe catch him off guard. If he wants to swap. He knows I'm Life Orb now. Not like a Scarf or like a Sash, although Sash can only be the turn 1 mon. The only Sash mon that isn't the turn 1 mon could be a Sash Alakazam. And, okay, so he does have the Guzzlord, of course, the incredible counter to my team. He can even Dynamax on my Mienshao. How much does Mienshao do without its Life Orb against this thing? Of course it doesn't KO. Because I don't want this thing to knock off like any of my team. This is, of course, like the worst mon against my entire team. How much does Draco do? Of course, Draco pretty much destroys Mienshao too. I could... I don't want to sacrifice that though. I feel like I just sacked the Shedinja. Which oftentimes doesn't do anything anyway in a lot of games. I wonder if he Dynamaxes here. We'll see. It's not the worst thing in the world because I do have a pretty good threat in the back still. If he Dynas here, he kind of risks me just Dynamaxing here too and going for a Max Knuckle and taking out his Dyna. Although it is kind of predictable because, like, he can freely Dyna here and always take me out no matter what set I am if I'm Life Orb or banned. Guess the worst thing for him is if I'm Scarf and I want to go for like a U-turn here, but I don't even know if that would be a really risky play by me too, because he maybe just doesn't even want to switch out because he's going to take 2 spikes worth of damage. What is spikes damage? It's like 12.5 and then it's something and then I think 25% with 3 layers. I think it's like 1/8, can't remember. I guess it's just in between those 2 values. Luckily he times out so I don't have to do as much thinking. Good luck, have fun. Oh wait, this person's high, yeah, 1708. So this will be a tough game. I feel like I just close combat here not to activate his weakness policy. He may be rocks though. He may be banned. Yeah, he is agility. I wonder if he dynas here at this point. I feel like he doesn't. I feel like that's kind of a weird play by him if he Dynamaxes. I could just go for a CC again if I'm really scared about that. Is it really that bad for me? I feel like he might Dynamax here because these types of players in these games don't like to mess around with whatever, so I'm going into this Absol. Do I close combat here? Close combat won't do enough. Do I lose if he... I don't know. Yeah, because that's what I was half predicting was him to go for that. How much do I care? Yeah, because what I was thinking is that I can still beat him anyway with my Heracross, even if he does want to Dyna. Plus, my team is pretty good too, so I don't know if it's the end of the world that he Dynamaxes here. I can even go Moltres here. I feel like Heracross doesn't KO now. Whatever, we can just go into this Moltres Galar, which should be able to eat any hit and then KO back. Actually, do I get off an Airstream first? 156 times 2... 179. I don't think so. I don't know why my math is so off right now. We'll just max darkness. We'll just hard max darkness. Maybe I should have calced that first. I kind of just felt like I lived though. Yeah, I think the calc over there shows I do 100% live. It does like 193 min divided by 2. So I think he's just going to attack here, which means I can just go into Mantine. Do I go for Scald or Hurricane? Scald can get the burn on whatever he wants to bring in. Plus, Mantine is kind of a counter, like always, for this Zama. Behemoth Blade, this thing, item is always Rusted Shield, right? No burn. Do I swap out and get... Oh, dang. Toxic doesn't kill Moltres, right? Do I even want to go into Moltres? I kind of want to trade here. I kind of want to trade Toxic here, I think, right? But then how do I beat Zama in the end? I don't know. I kind of have to trade Toxic here. Hopefully we land. Actually, a Selgor can beat whatever. I feel like the play is just to get up a million hazards if I can, if he lets me. Because I feel like he doubles there anyway. Yeah, because he wants to prevent whatever. The thing is I can focus blast this thing. I could get up hazards or I could go for the focus blast. And then how much does Heracross do against this? Because I kind of feel like just getting up a bunch of hazards, then going Heracross. Or going Mantine and then going Heracross. Do I go Mantine now to force him out? I kind of feel like that is the play. And to get the chip I need. Roost is maybe the play here even. Roost, I need this chip on him. Plus, if I have to, I can hit a Focus Blast. I can try to hit a Focus Blast later. I think I did enough chip for... Actually, did I do enough chip for Heracross? No, I need slightly more, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't high roll me or whatever and I land. Yeah, good. I get a burn too. So how much does he do against this Selgor now? 46, 39, 46. He can KO me every time. I have to go Heracross. At least I got up one layer of hazards. Just go for the close combat. I feel like he knows my team and I'm kind of low, so he has a pretty good advantage. At the same time, my team is just kind of strong too. So it might at least sort of balance out. I do have spikes up. That's why in the beginning I wasn't like super worried about him Dynamaxing Metagross, but still, I was definitely predicting that. Maybe I should have just gone off my instinct, because I was predicting him to want to Dyna that. The heck? How much does this thing do? I think he just wants to facade me. Does it tell me how much he does to me? Oh, I think if this calc is accurate, he doesn't do enough to me. And then I Oko him with close combat. Dang, how much did he do again? It was like 40 something, I think. I feel like the play is just to go into this Aselgor to get up more spikes then. He might want to go into this to get up, but if he gets up spikes, I can just go into Moltres. Oh joy, he has this. I feel like does Heracross KO this? It has a chance to. In fact, it likely doesn't, so my play then is to Energy Ball. It's to Energy Ball on his rapid spin and then go Heracross. So I 100% KO. I mean, hopefully he doesn't have the spin, but even if he does, it's not the end of the world. I'm heavy duty boots a Selgor, so it's better to go into Moltres right now. Kind of have to go into the Hera now. Hopefully he stays in. Just goes down. I think he brings in the Ditto now. Which is how fast? 187 times 1.5, 280. So he gets outsped by a Selgor still. I don't know. Can't swap out anything. Just have to... Close combat will KO if he wants to do anything. So he does go for a CC. How much does... Wait, a Selgor doesn't really have anything for it, but how much? Because Ditto's weak. Yeah, no, he's gonna KO me. Anyway, Lele... But then if he copies my Lele... I don't know. We have to hope that Lele can do it. I don't really have any other play. I'm not Sludge Bomb on my Selgor. So I could fire off a stronger Psychic or just a Moonblast. Psychic is stronger, just whatever he has in the back. I feel like I could Calm Mind here. I feel like Calm Mind might be the better play, so I can for sure sort of beat whatever he has in the back. I feel like if he stays in though, just to get off chip and then swap out though, then I am in trouble. Do I Psychic here? Do I Shadow Ball here? Because it's unexpected? I feel like I just Psychic here. Dang, are you serious? Hopefully this KOs. Because now I have to take another hit because I didn't just go for the Moonblast, which I was kind of thinking I should just do. The only move here is to... I should have Calm Minded too. This is like really annoying. Maybe he doesn't do enough with his last. Maybe he doesn't do enough to me with Shadow Ball Ditto because it's just weak or whatever. It sort of copies stats though. GG. Anyway, how much do I do? My Shadow Ball can always take him out, so I'll just do that, I guess. Okay. GG. We are back on the ladder.